Hello YouTubers, my name is X Factor and welcome back to some Last Titan Standing Titanfall gameplay where I finally decided to go Generation 2. That's the prestige mode for Titanfall. I got to 50 extremely quickly. Decided to grind out all the attachments, make sure I played with everything, all the combinations to figure out what I liked before I started the grind again. Whenever you go a generation, you gain a 10% XP booster the next time around. And that's rolling. So the next generation will be a 20%, and then a 30%, and 40%, but you lose everything except for your burn cards in your hand and in your deck. And then if you played both sides of the campaign mode, the two other chassis, the Ogre and the Strider. All the weapon attachments, all the weapons, all the custom loadouts, all the Titan weapons and attachments, all gone. You have to start over. So if you see somebody that's freshly genned 2, 3, or 4, and they're low rank, probably sub 15 to 20, they really don't have a whole lot going on. Part of the requirement is the challenges of these generations. So I need to kill a ton of stuff with the 40, not to mention a bunch of shotgun kills on pilots and grunts and specters, helping me out with those burn cards. Because that's what happens when you don't generate or regenerate. You stop getting burn cards because they're tied to achievements in game. So today I'm going to talk about my burn cards that I like for Last Titan Standing and my loadout that I really like. The chassis I typically go for when I'm playing something like this is the Atlas or the Ogre, because they both have a happy amount of armor and then a decent amount of mobility if you're in the Atlas. And we're going to talk about why I use the cluster missile and not electric smoke. Of course, electric smoke is great for rushing two Titans, or if you get caught with the Titan up in your grill, you can pop it and it quickly eats away its shield, or if you get rodeoed. But today I'm going to talk about a way to deal with rodeos and not playing the let's get out, EMP grenade, let's get out, the guy jumps off, get back in, that song and dance, because there is an art to that as long as satchel charges aren't being used. So if you want to stay in your Titan and kill somebody that's rodeoing you and you've got the cluster, here's what happens. The cluster does initial damage. Then it has an area of effect where it has a secondary barrage of missiles. And you could see the hit markers keep dancing on your screen once you land a good cluster missile shot. And sometimes the best spot is on a wall. So what happens if you're rodeoed? It's this simple. You could shoot the ground, crouch, and then back away slowly, because the cluster missile, the secondary barrage, will hurt your own Titan. Or you could shoot a wall and back away, depending on how far you are. But turn your back to it, and it will quickly eat the pilot. Now, if he jumps off, simply sprint away, dash away. That's it. Maybe get another shot on him, increase the angle. So this round was pretty interesting. This is Last Titan Standing, and they mostly went Auto Titan as level cap gets thrown across the screen and bounced off the concrete. Which means we really have to worry about anti-Titan weapons that the pilots are using, them getting their rodeo on, and just eliminating our Titans. Because again, if they got 4 pilots out and we're all rodeoed, we're in trouble. Our Titans are going to go poof, and if we're not next to each other to melee the rodeo off, use electric smoke, or just use our primary, it's not going to be good. So I end up with a phenomenal amount of pilot kills in this round, because I've always got to chase down those pesky little red dots on the mini-map. So let's talk about some of the burn cards that I like to use. Number 1, double agent. There are not a lot of specters and grunts when it comes to this game mode, but there can be turrets sometimes. There can be a specter or a pack of specters in the worst possible spot in a moment like this. My body shield is down. I can keep taking damage, eating away my health. Well, if I've got specters and grunts looking and shooting at me, I'm in a lot of trouble. That body shield's not going to come back up, or even worse, they're going to nuke me down, and I'm going to lose control just like that guy just did in the back right. Outsource is another great card because it reduces your core charge time. And right now I'm using the Ogre, so mine is going to be an additional shield. And watch when I use this. It's all about the timing. Obviously, my body shield is about to get killed, so I'm going to try to use my Vortex here to keep me from taking damage to my final bar or so of health. Pop the core, use my Vortex, and then bam, super shield. And this stacks with your body shield. So once they eat through this, then they have to eat through your body shield. And again, this lasts for a cool 10 seconds as I eliminate another pilot. Titan Salvage is the last card I really like to use for this game mode. It has two purposes. Scoring hits on Titans earns extra XP. So if you're doing that generation grind, if you're low level, or trying to get to a specific level to get more unlocks, that really helps. The second part is it reduces build time. Are you playing Attrition, Pilot Hunter? As you start hitting Titans, that really helps you out. Now, another thing you could do is you could run one of the amped anti-Titan weapons as a pilot. And for these guys, most of which went auto-Titan, as I'm running around killing the pilots, this is something where this map and a couple could really hurt you. Some of these amped up weapons absolutely do a truckload of damage, especially if they're in these hard to reach areas like this map provides. So today's loadout is straight 40 Vortex Cluster Missile. And I've got Survivor and the quick boosting regen of my actual ability, which is the Vortex Shield. I can't speak highly enough of the Vortex Shield. I am not a big fan of the electric smoke because, again, if you use the cluster missile, it pretty much serves the same purpose. As long as somebody's got your back, you're able to do that. And in this group, we're playing with some of my buddies from the battlefield. We're all in VoIP together, working together, trying to eliminate these guys and these pesky pilots that keep wall running and trying to get around us. I also like the chain gun. I also like the plasma rifle, which I'm going to have to become buddy-buddy with, because Generation 3, the requirements are a ton of plasma rifle kills. As always, being a good Titan is all about positioning and map awareness and letting your body shield get back to full gen. If you don't, you're going to get your health eaten away quickly as I pop my shield one last time. As always, YouTubers, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you soon.